Hi, this is Louis Paul, Colors of Prog, where I review progressive rock recordings, old and new, from all around the world. You know the drill. So today it's season 4, episode 21. I'm reviewing one CD album release, John Anderson and the Band Geeks, True. Soon to be 80 years old, John Anderson is without a doubt famously known for forming Yes in 1968, alongside Chris Squire, Peter Banks, Tony Kaye, and Bill Bruford. The first 9 Yes albums, beginning with Yes in 1969, up to Tomato, I think, 1978, featured Anderson as lead singer. And he was back again in 83 for 90215, and its follow-up, Big Generator, in 87. Now, the Yes albums grew more sporadic and mixed, with Union, Talk, Open Your Eyes, The Ladder, and Magnification, all having fans wondering and agreeing there's at least 2 or 3 good tracks for a lot of those last mentioned ones. Then, due to illness, John was replaced, and everyone knows the story. He had vocal issues, um, uh, leading to some respiratory problem. Anyway, that's a story for another time. As a solo artist, aside from his work with Vangelis and Roy Stolt of the Flower Kings, and of course Rick Wakeman, John's best solo work up until now was Elias of Sunhillow in 1976, Song of Seven in 1980, and though Animation from 82 and 1,000 Hands from 2019 have moments, it's a little uneven. Much of 1,000 Hands consisted of songs he had written over years. And he took a look at them again, salvaged some. And that album was pretty much done virtually. John would send the songs to musicians to hear, and then they would send the music and it would get mixed. Probably why it's a good but uneven album. There's scores of studio and session musicians on that album. I like it, but it's wasn't great until now. 2023, John came across a YouTube channel featuring the Band Geeks. They're a covers band. But among the band's music they covered was Yes. So John liked what he saw, and he got in contact with band leader, Blue Oyster Cult member Richie Castellano. And John, in a stripped down version of the Band Geeks, hit the road for a tour that year. In 2024, pretty much in secret, John went through his vast collection of unfinished and unproduced and unreleased songs, and he sent them to Richie Castellano. And they worked on defining what songs would be on John Anderson and the Band Geeks album. Now, the Band Geeks are a group of seasoned session players, and these fellows are terrifically talented. And I believe John knows that. So I'm assuming if he wanted to make music close to his heart, something close to the very best years, this was the project. Now, Richie Castellano is on bass, guitar, and vocals. Rob Kipp on keyboards, additional guitar, and vocals, I think. Andy Graciano on guitar and bass. Andy Ascalisi is incredible drummer. And former Brand X member Chris Clark is on keyboards. So it's True, the album, features 9 songs beginning with True Messenger. By the way, just blew my mind. It's like I'm listening to this, and it sounds like these were Yes songs that we never heard before. Now, people say they only like they want John with Yes, and that's probably never going to happen again. Aside from when they were inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame that night. There was a show where band members who were inducted had the choice to play, and Yes reunited that night. John did sing with them. But let's go back on here. The new album, True, released recently in 2024. Uh, so True Messenger, right out of the gate, and then Shine On, which sound like something from 90215. I'm like, this is great. Um, it's a winner. Counties and countries is nearly 10 minutes long. It's quite a mind blower. There are uh, different sections where the music adjusts its tempo and then returns again. Really quite nice. Realization Part 2 has an Afro-Cuban reggae feel to it. And it's quite engaging. But my favorite is the nearly epic, nearly 17-minute Once Upon a Dream. It's the next to last song. And for me, it kind of recreated the sound of classic Yes, sort of. And John ends the album with a personal song of love to his wife, titled Thank God. That's the one track a lot of people I've been seeing on social media and in progressive music groups say, well, it's their least favorite song, but I don't mind it. He's entitled to write a song of love to his wife, and more power to him. And while it could have been endlessly cheesy, it's quite adoring, and I don't mind its sentimentality at all. And it's upbeat and it's quite positive. Now, how does John Anderson sound? He's currently 79, so his vocals are, for the most part, surprisingly good. And at times they mirror vocally Yes albums, kind of like uh, even some, Keys to Ascension features some good songs too, 1 and 2. And it's just really good to have him back and focused. And I think working with someone like Richie Castellano of the band Geeks, it was like a lot of give and take, back and forth. I'm sure, there might have been suggested, let's try this, let's try that. Maybe we could do it this way and do it that way. And it came out with a pretty terrific album. It's selling quite well. And it's reaching not only the Yes fans and the John Anderson market, but probably somebody who hasn't heard them and wanted to listen to them in a long time. Yes is still an ongoing project. And they released, for me, a pretty decent album about a year or two ago. But there are those out there who think it's Steve Howe in the cover band, and John Davison, he's a fine singer, he's not John Anderson. He's trying to sing in that key, and he sounds like him a bit, a lot. It depends on the song. I'm not here to knock Yes. I like Yes, but I really love Yes with John Anderson, and this is like having John Anderson and the band Geeks. It's like, if you really love John with Yes, then this is the thing. And yes, Andy Graziano, I believe, on guitar can sound a lot like Steve Howe or even Trevor Rabin at times. But isn't that the idea? He's a really good guitar player. This band is really good. I kid you not. There's tracks on YouTube. There's a video too. I'm not particularly fond of the audio recording or the mixing on some of those videos. but it's the best they could do at the time. The Band Geeks, I've seen them live with John a year ago, and then I saw them recently, and I'm going to be seeing them in a few weeks in Montclair, New Jersey. Uh, where did I see them last? Gosh, Englewood, New Jersey. They're playing all across the country, and they're zipping back and forth. So anyway, True is a huge surprise. And then it's a huge surprise the album wound up being so good. So yeah, John Anderson and the Band Geeks, True. And oh, one final word. Everybody hated the cover art. It's John holding a classic microphone in his hand, and it's one of those expensive mics used for recording. They said, well, no singer would do that. Well, yeah, but why not? And it's funny that over time, I kind of grew to like the album CD cover, and I don't have a fault with it. Anyway, it's a terrific album. I just wanted to get that out there and say this. If it wasn't good, I would have said it, but no, it's pretty damn good. And so, yeah, John Anderson, the Band Geeks, True. Enjoy.